What if a man went to sleep in 1986 and woke up in 2026? No warning, no catching up. 40 years, all at once. His name is Lex, and this morning, when he opened his eyes, he was so excited because today was Saturday. Now, the last Saturday Lex remembers, it was 1986 out there. It is not 1986 out there. The fella next door waved like nothing was wrong. His lawnmower was out there walking itself. So Lex did what any sensible man does when a morning goes strange on him. He went back inside and turned on the cartoons. 7 a.m., bowl of cereal the size of a hubcap, 2 feet from the television because that is where the good seats are. And it was supposed to be a wall of them. The Smurfs, G.I. Joe, 4 solid hours. He turns the knob, and he gets a commercial for something called Nexitol. They never say what it does. You are just supposed to ask your doctor. He turned every dial that television had, because nobody had the heart to tell him Saturday morning cartoons do not come on anymore. There is a date, September 2014, the last block signed off. 52 years, and then nothing. And Lex set the bowl down, and Lex thinks to himself, somebody canceled Saturday morning. Who do I talk to about that? And that right there is when Lex made himself a deal. Because you have to understand what Saturday was to a man like Lex. 5 days a week belonged to the boss. Sunday belonged to your grandmother. But Saturday was yours. And Lex wanted his day back. So he was going to run the whole itinerary, the video store, the ball game, the mall. One full 1986 Saturday, and find out how much of it was still out there. Starting with the television the size of a garage door at the neighbor's house. 9 o'clock. First stop, pick the movie for tonight. Now in 1986, that meant the video store. And it was an event. Walls of boxes, floor to ceiling. You did not search, you browsed. Couple bucks a night, be kind, rewind. The rewinding was a moral issue. And sometimes the movie you wanted was gone, an empty slot on the shelf where your whole night was supposed to be. Lex knew better than to go looking for it. There were more than 9,000 blockbusters at the peak. Today, there is exactly one left, Bend, Oregon. But the neighbor's television has everything ever filmed right now for less than one 1986 rental. And he scrolls, and he scrolls. 40 minutes later, that man has watched nothing, and Lex thinks, when there was one copy left, I ran for it. Now there's 1 million, and I can't pick one. 11 o'clock, chores. Stay with me, because in 1986, Saturday chores were the reason everybody was outside at the same time. Dad in the driveway with a bucket and a hose, washing a car that did not need washing. And a kid with a rake working off $5, which converts directly into 20 quarters, which is an empire. So Lex steps out looking for the bucket brigade. Empty driveways, every one. The cars go through a tunnel on a monthly plan, like a gym membership for a Buick. And back at his own house, a little round machine is cleaning the floor all by itself. It wandered in from next door like a lost cat. He picks it up to see what's underneath. It complains. Grown man versus a hockey puck. But here's what got him quiet. The chores didn't get harder, they got done. And nobody's in the driveway anymore because there's no reason to be. And Lex thinks, took me 2 hours to wash that car. Took me 2 hours with my dad. 1 o'clock. The game. In 1986, you didn't schedule a game. You went where the game was. You showed up, they counted heads, and if the numbers came out uneven, the smallest kid played for both teams. One rule that mattered: home when the streetlights come on. So Lex walks down to the ball field, the new one, the one they built out by the highway, and it is beautiful. Real fence, real dugouts, lights on poles. Empty. There's a sign on the gate, and when Lex leans in, the sign talks back.
Field reserved. Spring season registration closed in November. Please visit our website to join the waitlist.
A waitlist to play catch. Because while Lex was asleep, playing became an industry. The average family now spends about $1,000 a year on one kid's main sport, up nearly half in 5 years. And a travel team multiplies that several times over. There are tryouts, there are seasons, there are coaches with business cards. And listen, the kids who make it get real coaching, real fields, those lights, things Lex never had. But the kids who don't make it don't play because there's no sandlot to fall back on anymore. That's the whole trade. And Lex thinks, back home, 9 kids was a game. Now you gotta make the team to play catch. 3 o'clock. And now Lex has a problem he has not had in 40 years. Nothing to do. So he does what a 1986 man does with an empty afternoon. He sits down on a curb. That's the activity. Because 3 o'clock on a 1986 Saturday had a texture. You laid on the floor and looked at the ceiling. You called somebody's house. Their mother said they weren't home, and that was the end of the plan. You rode your bike until something happened, and usually nothing did. And that was fine. So Lex sits and he watches. And slowly it dawns on him. Nobody else out here is doing nothing. Not one person. The fella at the bus stop isn't waiting, he's watching. Nobody is just sitting. The researchers put a number on it. Kids today get something like 8 fewer hours of free, unstructured time a week than a generation ago. Nobody took Saturday away from him. They filled it in. And Lex thinks, real quiet, I used to be bored so good. 5 o'clock, and something's wrong with the light. Because in 1986, this was the hour the world started shutting. Gates came down over the storefronts. The bank had closed at noon, closed all weekend. And if you needed money on a Sunday, that was a planning error you made on Friday. And in much of the country, the stores didn't open Sunday at all. Blue laws on the books since the 1600s. And my favorite thing I have ever learned, there is still one county in America doing it. Bergen County, New Jersey. Clothing stores, furniture stores, closed on a Sunday, by law, since 1704. But everywhere else, nothing closes, ever. The store is open, the office is open, and the boss can reach a man in his own kitchen at 9 at night. And this is where Lex gets mad. Not at the phones, at the fact that the whole world used to agree to stop all at once, same day, and everybody quit agreeing. Saturday didn't lose a war, it just stopped being defended. And Lex thinks sharp. Y'all didn't stop working, you just stopped admitting it. 7 o'clock, and Lex has one place left. The mall. Not for anything, that's the whole point. In 1986, you went to the mall with no money, no plan, and no reason. and you stayed 6 hours. That was an accepted use of a human afternoon. You walked the loop, you sat on the fountain, and the mall is still there. Lights on, doors open. Lex's heart comes right up into his chest. And it's a counter. People come in, walk a straight line to a spot, pick up a box, and leave. Nobody is sitting. There's no fountain to sit on. And then Lex watches a couple of kids get stopped at the door.
Guests under 16 must be accompanied by an adult, 21 or older after 3 p.m.
And that is not one grumpy mall. That's policy at some of the biggest malls in America now. The Mall of America runs it every single day from 3 o'clock on. Understand what that means to a man from 1986. The mall was the one building in town that would take you when you were 13 and broke and had nowhere else to go. That was its J.O.B. And Lex stands in the middle of all that light, and he finally says the thing he's been circling since 7 this morning. It isn't the cartoons, it isn't the video store or the ball field. It's that there is nowhere left where you're allowed to have nowhere to be. Saturday was never a day, it was memory, and somebody took it away. And Lex thinks, barely out loud, this whole town used to let me just stand around in it. Didn't know that was a gift. Street lights on, mission over, and by every count that matters, Lex lost. The cartoons are gone, the field needs a wait list, and the kingdom's got a bouncer. So he knocks on the neighbor's door, one more time. He gets a bowl, and he sits down on their floor 2 feet from that enormous screen, because that is where the good seats are. And the neighbor's boy sits down next to him, his mom in the doorway, watching the two of them like it is 1986 again. And the kid asks Lex what he wants to watch. And Lex, a grown man, says, G.I. Joe. A cartoon that stopped being made before this kid's parents were born. And the kid finds it. In about 4 seconds, every episode, all of them, sitting right there, like it had been waiting 40 years for somebody to ask. And that is what nobody tells you about the future. It did not take Saturday morning. It kept every single frame of it. You just have to ask. So there they are, 2 of them on the floor, 2 feet from the screen. It was never the schedule. It was whoever was sitting on the floor next to you. He got his day back. And Lex thinks, mouth full of cereal, turns out I wasn't looking for Saturday. I was looking for company. The cartoons, the curb, the mall, none of it got taken in one night. It went one Saturday at a time, and you moved right along with it, so you never felt a thing. He felt it all at once, before dinner. So tell me, what was your Saturday circuit? What was in the bowl? What was on the channel? And how close to that television did your mother let you sit? And then the real one. When is the last time you were bored? Properly bored. Nothing in your hands bored. Tell me down below. Subscribe. Lex has a lot more doors to open.